Liverpool 5, Toulouse 1. And I hate to say it, but Liverpool, they're too good for the Europa League. They were at ease. They're going to destroy this competition. Unless maybe someone big drops down from the Champions League, this could be a walk in the park for Liverpool, because Toulouse aren't a bad side at all. And Liverpool 5-1 absolutely destroyed them. 5 goals. And there was 3 players that stood out for me. Darwin Nunez, Endo, but man of the match had to be Ryan Gravenberch. I spoke about Ryan Gravenberch before on this channel. I spoke about him on my main channel because I'm a United fan and I watched a lot of Ajax and Ten Hag's last 2 months, and I saw how good Gravenberch was at Ajax, and I said, even though I think Liverpool needed a 6 more than an 8, I said, when Liverpool signed Gravenberch, I said, like, they've signed a good player. Like, don't just ignore his blip at Bayern. Bayern have got midfield issues. Bayern will be looking at the situation now and be thinking, why didn't we sign this guy? And to think he's 22, 21 years of age. I think he's either 21 or 22 years of age. He's born in 2002. I think he's 21 years of age, and he's 35 million, and he's not even at his best yet. He's still warming up. This is the first time he started 2 games in a row in 18 months, and he got past them with ease. Look at that, 95% pass accuracy, 3 chances created, 3 out of 3 dribbles, 5 recoveries, 2 interceptions, won most of his duels, played a long ball, got a recovery, got a goal. Like, he's been absolutely brilliant for Liverpool, and I think a lot of people were sceptical about him because of his time at Bayern Munich. But as I said, someone that watched him at Ajax, as a United fan who watches a lot of Ajax, he was a very good guy at Ajax. 5 starts, 2 goals, 2 assists. It's not really about goals and assists because of the player he is and position that he plays there, but as you can see, I bookmarked a few things on Liverpool and their midfield and stuff. And I mean, this is just a Liverpool fan tweet. So I do think Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo are fantastic players. And goals and assists doesn't actually matter for a midfielder. But look at their midfield rebuild. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch and Endo probably cost them about the same as Caicedo ended up costing Chelsea. And I have to say, Endo was brilliant today. Endo's one of those guys. He was a James Milner replacement. He's not a big money signing. There's a lot of pressure on him, but I thought Endo was phenomenal today. The way, he was using his head well, winning a lot of his duels. He's a hard worker. Gravenberch is an incredibly hard worker. And I think what Liverpool have is not just good players, but they have incredibly hard working players, players that will fight to the end, players that want to be there, players that want to play for the badge. And people don't realise, but that's one of the most important things in football. I support United. I've seen what it's like to have some players that don't care and don't fight for the badge and don't give 100%. You can be as good as you want to be, but if you've got the right attitude, you can go to top. And Endo, he might not be this big money signing, but he's got the personality, he's got the mentality. Gravenberch has got the ability, he's got the skill, he's going to get better. He's 21, and he's got way more than that. I mean, Gravenberch is an absolute baller. And I do want to talk in more detail about Gravenberch and what he's going to bring to Liverpool, what he's going to add to Liverpool and all of this. But one of the things I noticed was this was Liverpool's sort of B team in a weird way. They had Gakpo on the bench, they had Salah on the bench, they had Alisson on the bench, Van Dijk on the bench, Szoboszlai on the bench, McAllister on the bench, and Luis Diaz on the bench, all to come on. They've also got people that, 3 players there that are going to influence them coming back from injury. You've got to think they've got all these players on the bench. It wasn't even their strongest 11. And they waltzed past them. They absolutely waltzed past them. It was easy. I think, they did concede 1 or 2 chances. Obviously, it was a little bit, maybe you could say a little bit sloppy defensively, but it wasn't really. Do you know what I mean? They got way past them. And as you can see, this Ryan Gravenberch, I'm going to show you his average player position here. He's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And honestly, I'm so jealous. We all laughed at Liverpool for missing out on Caicedo. We all laughed at Liverpool for missing out on Lavia, missing out on all these midfielders, Bellingham. But maybe it was a blessing in disguise for Liverpool because they've got Gravenberch for about £35 million. They've got Szoboszlai, who's, we don't even speak about Szoboszlai. Everyone knows how good he is if you've got a pair of eyes. Endo's been good. McAllister's been good. But Gravenberch and Szoboszlai are the 2 where you're like, we laughed at them for missing out on this and this and that player. And yes, they do need a 6. But Lavia, Caicedo, Bellingham is balling up. Caicedo and Lavia haven't done much yet. You're thinking, you know what? Maybe it was a blessing in disguise because, they've been so good. And I'm so jealous as a United fan how effectively they've done a midfield rebuild. They've completely rejuvenated their midfield. 4 signings, didn't overpay for any of those signings. And it's so annoying because I support United and my club spent 80 million on Anthony, and just spend so much money on crap. And then you see Liverpool, yet again, pick out another bargain signing. And obviously Gravenberch is a special player. Now, we haven't seen loads of Gravenberch, and I'm going to wait for him to do a few more games before I actually do an analysis on how he impacts Liverpool. I wish he did an analysis on how Szoboszlai's impacted Liverpool. But what you've got with Gravenberch is you've got someone that's physically good. When he's fast, when he's tall, when he's physical, he's got all the athletic qualities to be a top player. Like his athleticism, when you're fast, when you're physical, when you're like that, you know, you've got the athleticism to be a top player, can run a lot, he's got the fitness, he's got the stuff that you kind of need off the ball, but he's very agile as well with that. But what he is good at is his technical ability. You know, he plays for Ajax, they obviously have that Ajax IQ, Ajax training, but he's got that ability to carry the ball and be the receiver of the ball. You know, best in the double pivot, but he can play in a more attacking part. He can play in a more defensive part. He can link up in every sort of phase of play for Liverpool. He can link up in that final third. And then, you know, we've seen that he's, you know, progressive passer. He can instigate the build-up. You know, he's very good at a lot of things, you know, using his body to shield the ball, keep onto the ball. The way he dribbled for the Nunez goal, the dribble he made up the pitch was absolutely fantastic. Gravenberch can learn and dribble well, but Thomas Tuchel never played him. But maybe Gravenberch is glad he's away from Tuchel ball because Klopp's style of football is a lot better. But the guy is strong, he's fast, he's physical, he can turn his body well, he can shield the ball well, he can dribble up the pitch, he can pick up the ball, he can progress the ball well, he runs a lot off the pitch, he's got a lot of elite qualities. And I don't think Liverpool fans have really seen that yet. We saw what he did at Ajax, we couldn't really see what he did at Bayern. But I tell you, there's a lot more to come from Gravenberch. As someone that watched Ajax, as someone that's watched, you know, a lot of Ajax in that last season under 10 arm, you're seeing the very little bit of Gravenberch. Like, he's not even at the top of his level yet. He's just warming up, and he's 21, is he, or maybe 22, which he's just going to get better and better and better. And look, you can say, oh, it's the Europa League games, Toulouse, but you can only beat what's in front of you. And if you win a Europa League game 2-0, you're a bit like meh. But to win a Europa League game and score 5 goals, I'm a United fan, you have to give that to Liverpool. They are very good. They are too good for this competition. I hate to say that as a United fan, but I watch Liverpool. They're very good. They've got some very good players. We know that Klopp's a good manager. They're very much capable. And look, they've done some very good business in the midfield yet again. They have that big blow with Caicedo. They have that big blow with Lavia. And what do Liverpool go out and do? Liverpool go out and go, you know what? Screw that. We're going to go and buy this guy, Gravenberch, and guess what? He's bloody brilliant, isn't it? It's just what it is. Obviously, I've just spent half the video speaking about Gravenberch. I have to say, Endo was just as good. Maybe not just as good, but Endo was very, very good. Did a solid job as well. Broke up loads of Toulouse moves. Scored a header. Was pretty comfortable with the ball, and I think Endo's did his job so well that it allowed Gravenberch to thrive and be fantastic. I saw people giving Darwin Nunez stick. I think Darwin Nunez is one of those players that's naturally just going to get stick. He's just one of those guys, whatever he does. But Darwin Nunez is a good player. He missed a sitter, yes. He was funny. But he's an unbelievable player. Goal, assist. He was fantastic today. And yes, Darwin Nunez, he misses a few chances here and there. He can be iffy. But if you watch football and if you watch Liverpool and you don't see the quality in Darwin Nunez, you don't see that there's a very good player there that, it can be a little bit iffy here and there. You don't know ball. I'm saying this as a Manchester United fan. I'm saying this as someone that watches football. Darwin Nunez is a very good player. He is, and he was very good today. And I saw a few people giving him stick. I think they probably didn't watch the game, saw him miss the sitter and went, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, it was fantastic today. Was top 3 players to me after Endo and Gravenberch. And obviously he gets a lot of stick. But if you don't think Darwin Nunez is good, you don't watch football. Do you know what I mean? Like, this guy, I said, could have a very good season when he finds his feet. There's so many things that Darwin Nunez does that, not just finishing, that you just know he's going to be good. And then you look at Liverpool and you look at the squad they've got. You've got Diaz, they've got Jota, they've got all these options in attack. They've got this midfield rebuild. And then you go, oh my God, Gravenberch is 21. Szoboszlai turned 23 2 days ago. Elliott, Jones, all young. They've got all these young midfielders. They've got a very actual young team, because remember we used to talk about Liverpool 2 years ago, how Mane, Firmino and Salah was getting on and how that was the end of Liverpool's glory days. Like last season, we're like, they're getting on. That's the end of Liverpool's glory days. Klopp's 7th season. Klopp's finished. People were saying that. They've rebuilt. They look as good as ever again. That they look like they could challenge for Premier League. They look like they can win Europa League. It's crazy how they were aging. They had a bad season. People wrote Liverpool off, and their ability to rebuild and look this good already. You have to give them credit. If only Manchester United could take some notes and actually not waste money, bring in some quality signings, and pain as a United fan, because I hate to say it, but Liverpool are looking fantastic. They really are. To score 5 goals, they're too good for the competition. They are very good. They are back. And Gravenberch is an absolute steal. Smash a like, smash a subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with a Tottenham reaction. See you then. Bye.